Alright, so I forgot that I have to put the crossbar on first because otherwise the radius arm bolts are going to be kind of hard to get to because of the axle there. Alright, so I got everything put back in. I just got to do the axles again. And then put this mount back in. I may or may not do that. It's just two 14s and then the 17 that goes across. Because I have the innovative mounts, I don't really need it, I've discovered. Yeah, so it's easier to start with the two front bolts on these things, get those started, and then once you get those started and like finger tight, like pretty close to the frame, go ahead and do the radius arms after you jack up the control arms back to whatever height the radius arm is just kind of lingering at. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and toss the axles back in and then finish the suspension. And then I guess I'll just put this back on the ground. Oh, that would have been embarrassing. I have to do the drive shaft. Alright, so I guess my camera wasn't recording when I finished up this part. I honestly didn't bother looking because I just want to knock this out. But the only real key part here when you're putting the suspension back together after you put your axles in is just make sure you have a cotter pin in here. I've seen countless cars on all these Facebook groups over the years, just people just not putting the cotter pin in or not checking to make sure that they have one when they do regular maintenance and stuff. Anytime you take your wheel off, make sure you have a cotter pin up there. If you can see your suspension on the daily, it's not a bad habit to just check it every once in a while. But make sure you got a cotter pin at the top there, that ball joint, and the tie rod over here. And also make sure you put your axle nut back on, and you're going to want to bash the nut right here with like a chisel or something, or just like an edged like a good edged hammer, just to lock it in place. But I'm not going to do that until I know for a fact the car runs fine and there's no leaks and all that stuff. So moving on. fixed this piece right here. It had some other tube on there that I had no idea where it would go to, so yeah, I just went ahead and cut it off right there, and then shaved it down, and then just brushed the whole thing with a steel wire wheel. Looks pretty good.
Tomorrow for sure.
Right, definitely the first time trying to start this motor. So it works. Yeah, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Now this is like a little tips and tricks segment here. I get some Heinz blue ketchup, limited edition from the mid 2000s, and then I just kind of fill up the remainder of the transmission fluid with that. Alright, so you fill it up through the reverse switch, at least that's what I do, and then you just wait for it to start to drip out from this spot right here, and you take this off with, I think it's like, what is that, a quarter, is that a 1/4 inch socket? Fuck. So after you get that socket, or that fill plug thing back on the transmission, go ahead and put the reverse switch back on there. Just a little better look at it right there. And then yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish doing the plumbing. Make sure all the fittings are all nice and tight.
Guys with man buns. Now, I know man buns are out kind of. Or no people, they got this in action. Right back at you with the cheat and shit. But I got a tip.
Alright, so it looks like I gotta swap this head from the D16 onto here, because this piece right here is different than the one I got on there. So alright, I am pretty much done. It's looking pretty good. Just gotta throw the battery back in and get the bumper back on, throw this wheel back on. It turns out I got a bad wheel bearing over here. I thought the axle nut just wasn't tight enough, but it's definitely tight enough, and it's just something I have to address down the road, literally.
Several bad puns later.
And that's how you do a D-swap. Check you guys out in the next video. Peace out. Yeah. Man, is that Elon Musk calling me again? Dude, stop. Can't have my perpetual power motor, dude.